Alright, let's get into it. My number one advice for you if you're just turning 20 is to be selfish. Do what you want with your life now because it's your life. The fact is you're the one always making the choices of your life, and now is the most important time for you to understand, because if you don't own and take that responsibility, you're going to end up 10 years down the line looking back wishing that you've done more with your life. That more that you wish you'd done more with your life comes down to understanding what you want from your life and living by that. The reason why I put this as number one, you've been growing up in your parents' home, living by a lot of their values, but at the end of the day, now is the time for you to figure out what your own values are, because this is where your life really begins. Another reason why this is my number one, when we grow up, we have so many voices telling us who we should really be, not just our parents, but just general society. But at the end of the day, 10 years down the road, nobody's going to be looking after you and what you wished you've done with your life. So you need to own that fact right now and do what's best for you and your interests. And the only way for you to do that is take accountability of the fact that you're the one running your life. Okay, number two is for you to understand your deepest desires. The reason why this is number two is because it directly connects to number one. Again, we have so many voices and so many desires, often and most of the time conflicting desires, that it's really hard to know which voice and which direction we should live by. I'm sure there's plenty of instances in your life where you've had conflicting desires and you've chosen to live by the one which you in the end regrettably chose. It's extremely common, we've all been through it, but how do we solve that moving forward? Well, we need to clear the mud from the water that's in our head. Find some places you can express all of your thoughts into, whether it be a notebook or a recording or a friend, somewhere where you have no judgment, somewhere you can express out, view, make your own judgments and value choices against, so you can truly make those decisions for yourself. You don't need to listen to anyone telling you how and what you should value from your life. You get to make those decisions. This is a good way for you to actually make those decisions. Lay out all the thoughts in your head, make your own judgments, your own values, understand which of those are really deepest and true to your own love, those of which are not based in fear, but by your truest and deepest drive for life and love and energy, and you will have better guidance over what choices in your life to make that are most true to your truest self. A lot of truths. Okay, for my third and final tip, don't envy others. The reason why I'm putting this number three is because when I was 20, I was in college, and I spent so much of my time wishing I was someone else, wishing I was other people, wishing I was less of myself. I spent so much of my time wishing I was like other people and wishing I could change those things about myself that I hated. The funny thing about it, all that time I spent was wasted energy. Throughout my whole life, all the time I spent wishing I could change myself didn't change anything, and I still have all those same insecurities that I had when I was younger. The only difference is now that I'm 27, I just care less about the fact that those parts of me exist. The point I'm making is the less time you spend wishing you could change the parts of you that you hate and you wish you didn't have, the more time you'll spend on promoting the parts of you that are great and that make you you and make you unique in this world. As time goes on, more and more, become more of that and less of the parts of you that you're insecure about. They're still there, but you don't need to ruminate on it, and you can move on. And that's the key to understand how you grow to be a better and bigger you. All those people you look at who are doing great in the world, they all have their own issues, but they don't spend their time thinking about those issues. They spend their time thinking about how they can promote best parts of themselves. Okay? Those are my 3 tips. Thanks for listening. I hope my advice helps you. And yeah, thanks for listening.